It is always a good time for football here in the city of Pittsburgh. Welcome to Acrisure Stadium. Tonight should be a good one, Brock, as we honor John Madden with our Thanksgiving celebration series between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Samuel now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First toe to the game for James Cook. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Allen setting up play action. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. They get 23 on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Allen now on first down. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run. Davis. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bills take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive.
Touchdown, Bills.
No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Matt Prater for the point after try. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers, nothing.
Now Prater on to send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL. But there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
Rodgers is hit. The ball is loose. And it looked like a Bill got it. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fun ball. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
This is Cook on the handoff. Escapes the defender. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
All right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
Cook goes up and over for the touchdown. The Bills get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a James Cook touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Prater on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Steelers nothing.
Now Prater on to send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. Well, right side, caught by Smith. And that tackle stops him after a solid game.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They sneak it with Rodgers. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Warren here from the gun. And he's going to pay off his first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the 44-yard line.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at second and pretty short. They'll go again with Warren. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass and it's similar down in distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Warren once more. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Rookie T.J. Sanders there on the play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's caught right side by Fryermuth. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 from the 43. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looks like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. And this is scooped up by the Bills. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Close carried by Brandon Cooks. Getting 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. On first down, Allen completed to his running back. This is going to be a short pickup down to the 45. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And the Bills, first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Completed over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
It's a nickel look for the Steelers here on third. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Drops it off to Cook. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Setting up the running back screen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Five still to go here. This is second down. Here's Allen. Catch is made in close. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get more points to end a lopsided first half. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Prater adds the PAT. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21.
21. Steelers, nothing.
Now Prater on to send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Steelers getting to take the field one more time here in the half. And Brock, they are not off to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake, or typically one will follow.
The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. To the air on first down. Rogers throwing the out route complete. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
Yeah, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Rogers from the gun. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
First down throw here by Rogers. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Again, Rogers. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Boswell able to knock it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Now Prater on to send it away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the third quarter. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace. But they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
On second down, Warren. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Gonna keep this one and go. And this defense is gonna win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a first down. Come on, boys.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 28-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Dump off caught by his back. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. It's cut by Wilson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Rodgers set to pass. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Complete to number 4, DK Metcalf. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Rodgers will look to throw. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now throw again. Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. Into the hands of Skoranek, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Now here's Rodgers. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, and when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers make it an 11-point ball game.
Steelers 10.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Bills are able to secure this kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold. Could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Allen fires out wide, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Cook trying this one up the gut. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the
The Steelers calling their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. To the right, it's pulled in by Palmer. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Buffalo.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's a give to Cook. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. We motion the tight end over. Another one for Cook. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he got what he could there, rolling to the 14. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Bills up by 11. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Pitch play, Davis. Well, that's not what the offense started at. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll go again with Davis. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
The Bills sending out Matt Prater now. This from 30 yards out.
30-yard attempt.
Prater puts it through. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Austin's there to haul it in. And he gets out of bounds, stopping the clock, but not the big play they needed. Just a gain of 5.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
To throw, Rodgers. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Throwing now. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Desperation time here. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Pittsburgh.